A very pleasant good evening and welcome to TEC Football and Radio Troy Digital Sports. We are at Lincoln High School, and it is the Hagerstown Tigers hoping to lock up a solo TEC championship against the Lincoln Golden Eagles. My name is Scott Beeman. Glad you could join us from wherever you are across the globe. We are online and worldwide as always. Tonight, as I said, is the Hagerstown Tigers. Head coach is Scott Snodgrass at 39-32 in his 7th year at the school, 14th year overall. Cambridge City Lincoln, of course, with Phil Renforth, 53-110 in his 16th year at the school. Hagerstown 7-1 coming into today, looking to lock up a outright TEC title, whereas Lincoln at 1-5 in the conference coming in today, looking for their second conference win. When we come back, we'll get you interviews from both head coaches and everything you know coming up. And the Farm Bureau Insurance pregame show, sponsored by my good friend Kevin Shear at Farm Bureau Insurance.
Some people are born lucky. Other people take luck into their own hands, avoid stepping on sidewalk cracks, and wouldn't dare walk under a ladder. But whether you were born with luck or make your own, when it comes to your insurance coverage, luck have nothing to do with it. So talk to Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance today or visit them online at infarmbureau.com to purchase an auto policy. Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance. Stop knocking on wood.
Questions about your coverage in Wayne County? Call 765-962-9548 and ask for me, Kevin Shear.
Coach, when you get down to the final game, and you have a lot on the line here because you want to win this championship outright on Friday night, we'll talk about Lincoln in a moment, but how much this week is your preparation combined with next week in preparation getting ready for the first round of the sectional?
Well, I think pretty much after the Shenandoah game, every week we've decided we were going to prepare for the sectional. So for the most part, it's just getting the details right. And, the guy said it best. Cameron Pertha came out of the game. They interviewed him after the game on Friday and asked him if he was excited. And he said, well, I'm not excited. I'm happy. We're happy. But, there's a lot of stuff we need to fix. And that's what he said. And I think that's pretty much my sentiment as well. I've always said he's a really intelligent kid, and he's got the pulse of the team. And I think for the everything that we're trying to do this week is little things that get knocked off routes, things that we hadn't had to adjust to yet, but people are going to start doing. And so those are we're kind of advancing technique a little bit more than we've done so far. But I think our guys are to the stage now where they can handle it, which is a good thing for all of us.
The other thing is, Coach, I just saw you're now just outside the top 10 in the AP poll. You just don't sneak up on anybody anymore, do you?
No, I think anymore it's – the polls are cool and it's neat for the kids to talk about. But, there's some guys that stay in the polls just because they're traditionally good, and there's guys that get in the polls because they're having one good year. And, we've done both. We've been 1 year we were like the top 5 or 6, and we ended up losing first-round sectionals. So I don't know what it means, but hopefully we'll stay out of the top 10 until we get through sectionals. That's the plan.
Coach, Friday night you have a chance to wrap this thing up and not share it with anybody. I know that's a special feeling. I want you to go back, if you wouldn't mind, and sometime in August, and I think you knew you had a pretty good football team here and probably had a very good chance of winning this whole thing. What does it mean to finally get down to that and all the hard work and hours that you and the players and the coaches have put in?
Well, I think it's really cool. It's kind of sad because, after this week, at any point it could end and you're not ready for that, and you could be packing up your stuff. But it's also good because I think our kids have the right mentality going into it, and they as long as we can, so we're not planning to try to lose to anybody. And I think that they're going to have the mentality that we just got to keep getting better, and the competition is going to get tougher and tougher. The team we drew coming into sectionals is a tough team, and it's not going to be a cakewalk. The record doesn't look spectacular, but they're a very good football team, and they have some very solid football players. And Coach Stern, he's been a head coach for quite some time, and he did some fantastic things at Hamilton Southeastern, and now he's got them on the right track. So it's going to be a battle. It's going to be a physical game that first round, and sectionals in general. When we came into the season, we thought we'd be pretty good. We had a lot of returning guys from last year, and they had put so much time in the weight program and in the winter. And they really did. And it's a blessing that all the other coaches have too. Our tennis or our cross country team just won sectionals, and they won the conference, and I think they've won it several years in a row. And those guys are in the weight room all the time with us. And the volleyball team, they lost one match this year, and they're in the weight room with us all summer long. And all these teams are doing so well and it's a direct result of everybody working together. In a small school, you have to do that. You can't really specialize, and I think that's going to lead to great things in basketball and wrestling and all the other sports. So, we knew coming in that we had a good thing, but I think most of the coaches at school kind of felt like they had a good thing because of the way the summer went. So we're excited, and we're always thankful that we stay healthy because that's important at 1A football. And the guys have done a great job of taking care of their bodies and staying on the weight program and doing the things they have to do in season. So, from day one, we thought we'd be pretty good, and now hopefully we can prove we're pretty good.
I appreciate you saying that, because I think that when one program has success and shows care for another program that they have success, that's what brings an entire school together.
Oh yeah, Caleb Slagle, he organizes our fan group, that goes to the games and everything, and he's one of country kids they've ever had here. He broke the record on the course, and he's a killer in the weight room. He works awesome in the weight room. Coach Gray, the track coach and cross country coach, he's bought into everything we're doing in the weight room, and he probably bought it. Well, he was here before I was, so he was bought in long before I got here, and they've done a great job with that. And the girls sports are doing the same thing. Volleyball girls are coming in talking about they've been lifting and being sore from it, and all the coaches have believed that that's what it is. And you're only given so many tools. You got to sharpen them as best you can, and I think that our kids, we just have good kids in general. I across the board at this school, and it's a real blessing to coach here, I think.
Coach, before we talk about Lincoln, and you'd mentioned, you always got to sharpen some things here at the end. How close are you to this game a long time? Do you get a feeling of knowing how close you are and ready for tournament play?
Yeah, I do. Last year I felt going into tournament we were nitpicking, on film, and I'm starting to get that way now. But what I did was, as a coaching staff, we said, well, when it comes time to nitpick, what can we do better? So we found better ways to do things when we get to that point. And I think we're at the point now where we're doing catches a certain way, and we're doing routes a different way, and just little things, and it's really been kind of fun because the kids are like, wait, we're not doing this drill, because they've had the routine so much. It's a good change of pace for them as well. So,
Coach, Lincoln on Friday night, your final game of the regular season. Talk about them, because as you know, you're going to go in and they would love nothing more than to beat you guys and spoil that party, and they want to get back on track as well. They can run the football. I know they've struggled a little bit offensively last week. What do you see Friday?
Well, I know one thing. I know Coach Renforth's going to know everything that I'm going to do before I do it. I've coached with him in the past, and I've never met a guy that studies film as well as he does. And I think he's a great coach. I think his team is struggling. I think they've had some injuries and they're banged up. But like our kids talked about today, they said they got heart, man. When you're struggling through seasons like this, and you keep playing hard and you keep doing those things. All I heard this week was our kids talking about how much respect they had for him, which we don't, you don't hear that a lot out of kids at practice, but that's what they were talking about before, practice today. And we have a ton of respect for them, and we know that they're going to come out and play as hard as they can, and we know it's going to be a battle. Every that's why they play them. There's always a chance to win, and if we're not on top of our game, they could shock us. So we want to make sure that doesn't happen.
And it sounds like to me, even just from talking to a couple of players, you guys, they are staying focused and not letting this thing just go by this week and think about next week.
No, they're not. And in all honesty, we haven't even really talked much to the kids about North Decatur at all, or sectional time, because they know that we have to finish, and that's what we do best. We do best if we're just focused on what's right in front of our face and don't start thinking long term, but we prepare long term, but we don't think about it, and I think that they've done a really good job buying into that. And I think that had a major factor to do with the Centerville game. I think we were looking at it as a game, and maybe they were making it a little more than it was, or it should have been for them. And that's why they got back on a roll the way they did. So I think that they refocused, and we all need those. We just were lucky we had ours against Shenandoah, and theirs came halfway through the season, So fortunately, we reloaded after that, and we started getting better.
Wish me luck, wish me luck. We've all said it. Thing is, life doesn't run. For most people, it takes careful planning. A lot more than, say, crossing your fingers or toes. So talk to Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance. Because as your life changes, your life insurance coverage should do the same. And when it comes to your coverage, luck should have nothing to do with it. Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance. Stop knocking on wood.
Questions about your coverage in Wayne County? Call 765-962-9548 and ask for me, Kevin Shearer.
Coach, before we talk about your final game of the regular season coming up on Friday, and of course your preparations also begin for next week as well. I know it was tough last week and just couldn't get that offense rolling.
Yeah, we struggled offensively the whole game. I think we ended up with 40 yards of offense, and that's not going to win you any football games. We gave up 26, but I really thought, other than one series, I thought our defense played really well. I mean, they kept them out of the end zone a few times, and we gave them some tough field position at times from not being able to move the ball. And I thought over the last 3 or 4 weeks, I think our defense has been playing pretty well. So, if we can get both sides of the ball working together, then we've got an opportunity to, be successful somewhat.
Yeah, and certainly when you look at the offensive side of the football, that certainly helps when you can move the football, because that does help your defense at times.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I mean, in the pros and college and stuff, you say, well, the defense has been out there a long time. Well, for us, defense is a lot of the offense as well. So, we had kids on the field for a long time, and I hate to say it, but we probably expend more energy defensively than we do offensively, just the nature of the game. So when they're out there for a long time on defense, and, they didn't give up anything huge, just little chunks. And, they were out there for a long time in stretches, and that made it difficult for us as well. So, it is what it is, and, we're going to try to regroup this week.
Coach, before we talk about Hagerstown coming up on Friday night, are you now or have been in the process of getting yourself ready for the tournament, specifically for your first round opponent? And we talked a little bit off the air that's going to be a tough one. We know that. But do you begin your process now, not taking anything away from the Hagerstown game?
Oh, well, I do. I mean, as a head coach, I got to start looking ahead a little bit and looking at, their record, who they've played, and as far as film, I don't have any film on them yet, but I know we've played them a couple times in the last 5 years. So, they have the same head coach. So, they're not going to change a whole lot over the course of that time. They're going to do what's been successful for them. So I at least have an idea, and I can go back and look at film from a couple years ago and say, even though their personnel is a little bit different, they still got, they're still doing the same things offensively and defensively.
Coach, you play a football team on Friday night that wants to win that TEC crown outright, and boy, they're maybe rolling on as many cylinders as you possibly can coming into Friday. Talk about the matchup that's ahead of you.
Well, it's a tough matchup for anybody in the conference. I mean, I thought Centerville was pretty good, and they are pretty good. I mean, not that I thought they were; they are pretty good. But really, Hagerstown handled them pretty well, and they've got some really good athletes over there. The Mason Hicks, the running back, and Jalen Oliver plays in the backfield and as a receiver. And of course Owen Gollier's as good an athlete as there's been in this area, for the past 4 years. So, it's a tough task for us, and but by the same token, it's good for us going into the sectional to play a really good football team, because we're going to see a really good football team the next week.
Is it also a message this week? It's a great opportunity, and everybody loves to spoil another team's party if you can, and it's a great opportunity for you guys.
Well, sure. I mean, that's always something that you think about as a coach, and hopefully the players are thinking about it a little bit too. They're going to get a share of the TEC one way or the other. It'd be nice if we made them share it instead of being able to say we were the TEC champs on our own. So, I have a lot of respect for Coach Snodgrass. I worked with him in Connorsville for a while, and, we coached wrestling together and stuff. And I know, he had some tough times when he first got there, and then, he's got it rolling right now. And, having some of the athletes he has helps, but, he's got a good system and a good thing going up there. And, they're a quality football team.
Last thing he said the other day, there's not many secrets between the two of you. He kind of knows what you're going to do, and kind of know what he's going to do.
Yeah, I think we know each other pretty well, and especially working together and coaching together, both football and wrestling. I think personally, I think we have a good relationship, and whatever happens on Friday night's not going to change that. But at the same time, we want to knock them off if we can.
Some people are born lucky. Other people take luck into their own hands, avoid stepping on sidewalk cracks, and wouldn't dare walk under a ladder. But whether you were born with luck or make your own, when it comes to your insurance coverage, luck should have nothing to do with it. So talk to Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance today, or visit them online at infarmbureau.com to purchase an auto policy. Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance. Stop knocking on wood.
Questions about your coverage in Wayne County? 665-962-9548 and ask for me, Kevin Shearer.
Since 1994, Beach Automotive has provided motorists in the Richmond area with comprehensive auto repair services that include car and truck care, alignment, brakes, tires, engine, transmission, and more. You'll be hard-pressed to find the same level of expertise that our auto mechanic specialists provide. For a high-performing vehicle, trust Beach Automotive. To learn more, call 765-966-8181. Beach Automotive, 110 East Main Street, Richmond.
Big Boys Pizza is now open in Richmond, located at 1015 East Main Street, next door to the Civic Theater. The menu has great sandwiches, pasta, salads, and of course, pizza. Come dine in, carry out, or have your food delivered day or night, at home or at the office. Other locations are in Connorsville and Brookville. Bring in a sports ticket after any game and receive 10% off your purchase. Ticket must be dated for the same day as your purchase. Dine in, take out, or delivery, Big Boys Pizza. 765-488-0023. Kate's Cages is the #1 indoor training facility for baseball and softball in Richmond by far. With top-flight instructors, you will learn how to play the game the right way. Everything from pitching, hitting, catching, and fielding. Kate's Cages will also have the opportunity to participate in triple play fall ball, the softball academy, individual and team camps, and individual private workouts. Kate's Cages Baseball and Softball Indoor Training Facility, 1366 Rose City Boulevard. Call 993-2353 for more information.
Back in Lincoln High School, it is TEC football on Radio Troy Digital Sports. You got a chance to listen to both head coach Scott Snodgrass and Phil Renforth about tonight's game and what's going on next week, which would be sectionals. And, of course, sectional draw was not terribly kind to the TEC necessarily, as by my count, with Sagarin ratings, take them for what they're for. You got at least 3-4 TEC schools that are plus 20-point underdogs going into the sectional, but that kind of happens in the TEC. So the coin toss just happened. Just missed the national anthem. We're about ready for this thing to get going. So Hagerstown in the white jerseys with the yellow helmets and purple pants. Lincoln with their all-blue jerseys in the gold, kind of a dirty gold, kind of a brushed gold type of helmet there. And, of course, as you can see, Lincoln with, not big numbers. There's not a whole lot of kids out there. But as you heard Coach Scott Snodgrass said, everyone in the white jerseys were saying how much heart they've got. And that's about all you need in football to be competitive. So around the area tonight, the final game of the TEC, Hagerstown at Lincoln, of course, we're right here. Union City at Northeastern, Union County at Tryon, Winchester at Centerville. Now the scenarios go like this. A win here by Hagerstown, they're the outright TEC champions. A loss by Hagerstown and a win by Centerville would make it a share because the TEC does not do head-to-head tiebreakers. They should. They don't. So it would technically be a share, even though Hagerstown beat Centerville handily at Centerville. And honestly, once I saw USA lose to Trinidad and Tobago, sure, why not? Anything could happen. So here we go. We're about ready to kick this thing off. And Hagerstown with this very familiar triple threat kickoff. And it'll be a little dribbler. That'll end up with Lincoln. As you've been following us, that is the first of many onside kicks you will see from Hagerstown. That is, they do that every single time. It's not onside if they do it every single time, right? So here comes Lincoln with their first offensive possession. Under center. There's Jacob Irvin. Handoff is to Matt Fields. He'll get a yard. So statistics for Lincoln, in terms of quarterback, it's a two-headed monster of Jacob Irvin, the freshman, and Caleb Craig, the senior. They have a grand total combined of 14 completed passes. So it's not so much a quarterback as an additional running back. This one handed to the up back. 33, Alex Hokie.
Alex Hokie with the carry.
He'll pick up a yard.
Colin Romack with the tackle. Pick up a 1 and bring up 3rd down and 8.
Bring up a 3rd and 8 for the Golden Eagles, just starting the first quarter. Third and 8. Looking to throw is Irvin. Irvin out in the flat, finds his man. It's Matt Fields. He'll get driven out of bounds. It's a gain of about 11. That was to Matt Fields.
11-yard gain brings up our first Lincoln Golden Eagle.
First down now for Lincoln. This will be Garza. Gets about 6 inches.
No gain. 2nd down and 10.
We don't do decimals in football, so it's be a 0. And it's Friday, so it's certainly not fractions. We're not doing that either. 2nd and 10 for the Golden Eagles. Irvin under center. Deep back is Hokie. Alex Hokie with a nice run there. 7 yards.
Pick up of 6 and bring up 3rd down and 4. Javen Oliver makes the tackle. I'm sorry, Jalen Oliver.
We're going to get a stoppage of play here. First flag on the play, and I just now noticed we hadn't talked about it in pregame.
Illegal procedure against Lincoln.
Penalties on Lincoln for a illegal procedure. And I just now noticed that their leading rusher, Jeremiah Holder, almost 1,000 yards to come up short. 190 carries, averaging 119 yards per carry, is without pads on the sidelines. So Lincoln's got to come up with a way to score points without their leading rusher. That's another false start by Lincoln as Frank Garza.
Timeout on the field.
Oh, no, never mind. Not a flag, just a timeout. So after the penalty, timeouts. Lincoln, their first. We'll take a timeout as well. No score, 8:22 to go in the first quarter is TEC football on Radio Troy Digital Sports and the Wesley Bates scoreboard.
It's summertime, the kids are home, and traffic on your carpet is pretty heavy. Let Georgia Direct install stain-proof, waterproof carpet that's easy to take care of and gives your home a fresh new look. Georgia Direct has great-looking carpet, colorful tile, beautiful hardwood flooring, and more. And for the kitchen, the Georgia Direct showroom features lots of new cabinets and design ideas. Georgia Direct in Richmond, National Road East, exit 156A, just off I-70, next to Red Lobster. For price, selection, experience, and service, it's Georgia Direct.
Back at Lincoln High School, after the Lincoln timeouts, brings up a 3rd and 6, maybe 7. Irvin rolling out, looking to throw. Flushed out of the pocket. He's not going to get the first down. He needed 6. He's going to get about 0. Going to 4th and 6.
Irvin with the carry. Needs to stop for no gain. Cody Swim with the tackle.
So 4th and 6, punting unit comes out. Darian Bishop, 6'1" freshman, back to punt it away. Jalen Oliver standing his own about 2-yard line. And that is a ground ball. That's going to roll inside the 15, close to the 10, call it the 12. So wasn't the prettiest punt you've ever seen, but effective nonetheless.
That ball is down by Lincoln at the 12-yard line.
So Hagerstown will get there first. Go to Lincoln defense that played well last week against Northeastern, and if, as you heard from Phil Renforth, a Northeastern program that is admittedly down. Collier looking to throw. Down the sidelines, looking for Oliver. He's going to come back to the ball and make the catch. Woefully underthrown, but Oliver comes back to get it. 35-yard pass there from Gallier to Jalen Oliver.
Alex Hokie makes the stop for the Eagles.
And Jalen Oliver in the slot here. This is to Pertha. Pertha on the screen pass will get 7, maybe 8.
Pass complete. Screen pass complete to Pertha. Pick up of 7 will bring up 2nd down and 3.
Shotgun here for Gallier. Gallier looks the handoff and does. Mason Hicks. He might get back to the line of scrimmage, and he does. Gain of 0 for Hicks.
Mason Hicks carries the ball. No gain on the play. Aarons and Hokie combine to make that stop for the Eagles. That'll bring up 3rd down.
And shotguns Gallier. Look to the sidelines to check out what the play call is. They all look at their magic wristbands. Now we got an idea. Gallier fakes it to Hicks. Screen pass on the wide receiver screen. It's Cody Swim down the middle of the field. Caught at the 3-yard line. Nice hustle there.
Cody Swim eventually brought down by Josh Miles.
Gets down to the 3. That is a 47, 52 yard. 45. 45 yards officially. I thought it was a touchdown as well, as everybody in here couldn't see the white line. I couldn't see the white line. Up the middle is Mason Hicks. Touchdown. Hagerstown.
Touchdown, Hagerstown.
Mason Hicks. With the touchdown plunge after 2 big plays, a 35-yard pass to Jalen Oliver and a 45-yard pass to Cody Swim. 3 for 3 for Gallier, 87 yards. Touchdown goes to Mason Hicks. Field goal try to be had here, and that is Clay Cochran. And that kick is up. Nice power. Good accuracy, and it's good.
It's good by Clay Cochran.
The rare point after kick.
The first quarter score, the Hagerstown Tigers 7, Lincoln Eagles 0.
So 7-0. Hagerstown takes the lead. 5:45 to go in the first quarter on your Wesley Bates Wealth Management scoreboard. We'll come back. Lincoln's got a chance to answer. It's T-Football on Radio Troy Digital Sports.
Not all insurance agents are the same. Choosing the right one can make a big difference in price, service, and value. That's why you should choose Harrington Hoke Insurance. As an independent agent, they don't work for an insurance company. They work for you, the client. And their job is to get to know you, your family, and your business so that they can help you develop an insurance plan that is just for you. Serving Richmond and all of Indiana since 1933, Harrington Hoke Insurance, we got this.
Back in Lincoln High School, ready for the kickoff after the 2-yard touchdown run from Mason Hicks. And there's the familiar ground ball. That's going to get a little squirrely there. Now we've got to scramble for the ball, and Hagerstown picks it up. I've done at least 3 or 4 Hagerstown games. That's the first one I've seen them recover. Maybe I'm wrong on that. I'm sure that's wrong. First or second. So Lincoln 49 officially, and Hagerstown will get a chance to maybe put this away quickly. With 5:42 to go, and they're back with the ball in Lincoln territory. Fan telling the players to hit somebody. Maybe. Nice throw there. Grant Vincent.
Bring him down at the 35-yard line.
14-yard gain there for Grant Vincent. And Gallier over 100 yards already.
First down, Hagerstown.
Looking to throw again. Steps up in the pocket. He's flushed. Now he's looking to make something happen. Makes the man miss. Finds out, gets a good block there. Far sideline. Into the 10. 5. Gets knocked out of bounds at about the 5-yard line. Good run there for Owen Gallier. Picks up about 30 on the round himself. See where they spot it officially. It's at the 4, so call it 31.
31 on that play.
He's got 132 yards of total offense, Owen Gallier does.
Forced him out of bounds for the Eagles. It'll be first and goal from the 4 for Hagerstown.
First and goal from the 4 for Hagerstown, 5:06 to go. Gallier will keep it himself. Left side, gets close to the goal line. We'll see where they mark it. They're going to call the touchdown.
Gallier, quarterback peak, touchdown, Hagerstown.
Owen Gallier with a 4-yard plunge. Second touchdown for Hagerstown, and hope for Centerville fans that might be checking in. Going away quickly. Cochran, line drive there, barely skims over the line, and that is no good.
Extra point is no good.
It might have skimmed the helmet of a lineman. That was so low. 4:48 to go here in the first quarter. 13-0 Hagerstown on your Wesley Bates Wealth Management scoreboard. TEC Football and Radio Troy Digital Sports.
Hey, this is Steve, and out of Jiffy Lube the other day, a customer came in and said, Steve, this was my 100th oil change on this car, and you've done them all.
Hi, my name is George Sparrow, and I've been coming to Jiffy for over 14 years. I recently just had my 100th oil change. I'd like to thank Steve Funkhauser and his staff for the great service that they've provided me over the years. Thank you to all, and I would recommend anyone to come to Jiffy Lube to get their car serviced.
Jiffy Lube, #1 in customer satisfaction for a reason.
4:48 to go here in the first quarter. It's 13-0 Hagerstown on the Wesley Bates Wealth Management scoreboard. Here comes, I would almost certainly think, another onside kick. The most predictable thing in the TEC. And here comes another one. That'll be recovered by Lincoln. And they'll take over on their 42. They had some success in their first drive, stalled in Hagerstown territory, had to punt it away. But since then, they've given up 2 scores, 2 touchdowns. And so there was 0-0, and they were moving the ball. And they get the ball back, and it's 13-0. So Lincoln with the freshman, Jacob Irvin, 6 foot, no weight listed. He might not be big enough to make the scale turn. This one is handed off and doesn't get far. That's 28, Matt Fields. Loss of 5 is for Gallier is the tackler there.
Loss of 5 on that play will bring up second down and 15.
So second and about 15 now for Lincoln. In motions Fields. He'll get it. Around the right side on the sweep. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, maybe.
Fields with the carry.
Gallier with another tackle.
Jalen Oliver makes the stop for Hagerstown.
Check that, Jalen Oliver with this stop. Downside to crowd mics is when I get that wrong, you can hear it in the background that I got it wrong. 3:38. There it's a 3rd and 15. Nice throw here. It's Irvin right here on the near side to Frank Garza.
He is brought down by Mason Hicks. Pickup of 6 to bring up 4th and 9.
4th and 9. Frank Garza does not sound like a running back for Lincoln. Sounds like a UFC fighter's name. A nice catch there. Gets him back to the original line of scrimmage for a 4th and 10. Here comes Darian Bishop. That one checks up like I wish all my golf balls did. And Hagerstown will take over at the 28.
Ball's down by Lincoln at the 28-yard line.
I am so jealous that a high school kid can make a football do what I can't make a golf ball do, but 2 good punts there from Bishop. That one a lot prettier than the last one, both effective nonetheless. 3:09 to go in the first quarter. Hagerstown back with. I want to thank my good friend Kevin Shear and Farm Bureau Insurance, sponsor the pregame show. We got to hear an interview with both Scott Snodgrass and Phil Renforth. Thanks to my boss Troy Darengowski, for those interviews. We'll bring you IHSA Commissioner Bobby Cox at halftime. 10, 11 yards there on the pass play. That's Pertha. Picks up 11.
Pertha with the carry, 11-yard gain to bring up 1st and 10.
112 yards, 5 for 5 for Gallier here today so far.
Made the initial hit on that play. Score update. Richmond leads Lafayette Harrison by a score early on, 7-0.
You hear that in the background. Richmond leads 7-0 over Harrison. And without any comedy here, as was asked in the press box, I'm wondering if that was the first lead of the season. His knee went down as he slipped on the field. And I'm saying that without any comedy at all. Lost 4 there. Is that Oliver?
5 will bring up second down and 15.
That one's blown dead. We have our second flag. We'll find the guy in the white hat and see what he says. False start there for Hagerstown.
Against Hagerstown. That'll back them up another 5. Bring up second down and 20.
Second down and 20 for the Tigers. Here's a score that might surprise some. Monroe Central trailing Shenandoah 14-0. In a game of not really TAC importance, but is sectional importance for some of these teams. That pass complete to Oliver. He's going to gain 10 of the 20 back.
Pick up a 10. Will bring up third and 10. Hokey and Hokey combine to make the stop on that. Sounds like a dance.
There's a sack there. .62 for Lincoln. Nick Anderson.
Nick Anderson makes the quarterback sack.
6'1", 225 junior sack, and they go right back to being 4th and 20, and a crucial stop there for Lincoln. Already down 2 scores. High snap. This one gets away. And that's not going to get enough. Not going to get enough roll, and it's going to come to a halt.
Will be down at the 47-yard line where Lincoln will take over.
Lincoln takes over on their own 47. So under minutes to go here in the first quarter. And I said earlier that Jacob Irvin's weight was not listed. It is listed on the program you can get here. It's not it wasn't listed in my source. He is 6 foot 155, which is probably 135. The sports tradition of just adding inches and pounds. Pitch here. It's Fields looking for some room. Finds some white jerseys. Goes down after a loss of a yard.
Fields with the pitch.
Gollier with the tackle.
Loss of 1. Second down 11.
.23 seconds to go here in the first quarter. They don't have to run another one if they don't want to, but I think they probably want to. Rolling out to Irvin. Looking to throw. He'll just keep it himself and get tackled. Loss of about 4. Chased down by Shane Ayotte.
Shane Ayette makes that stop for Hagerstown.
It's the end of the first quarter. It's the end of the first.
And that concludes our first quarter with your score. Hagerstown 13, Lincoln 0.
13-0, end of the first. On your Wesley Bates Wealth Management scoreboard, we'll take a break. TC Football and Radio Troy Digital Sports.
October sponsors for your Lincoln High School athletic events. Your Golden Eagle sponsors tonight. Brunsman's Graphic and Design. Western Wayne News.
Best One Tire and Service has been committed to our partners since 1948. With more than 250 locations in 26 states, Best One puts over 1 million tires on the road every year. Superior tires, expert service, competitive prices. Best One Tire and Service, where the best costs less.
Hi, I'm Roger Clark with Best One of Richmond. Because Best One is one of Bridgestone's largest retailers, we offer exclusive Bridgestone savings. Visit us in Richmond to save on Bridgestone tires today.
Start of the second quarter here at Lincoln High School. 3rd and 17 for the Eagles. Trailing it by a score of 13-0. Irvin in shotgun. 4 wide receivers. Looking to throw. Steps up in the pocket. He'll find the pocket collapse. He'll lose another 7. Bring up a 4th and 24. And out comes Darian Bishop, who I think Phil Renforth would rather me just not have to say his name, but that's the 3rd punt here for Lincoln. High snap for Belcher. We're going to have I thought there were some false starts. There's some movement somewhere. I didn't see a flag. Maybe they just weren't ready. Illegal substitution on Hagerstown. If Lincoln can just get him to do that 5 or 6 more times, I'll have a first down. Five yards. Here is that drives Oliver back. He'll field it at the 30. Makes spins, makes a man miss. Finally gets stood up at about the 32.
Oliver returns that kick for Hagerstown.
So 1st and 10 for Hagerstown now at their own 32. They're up a couple of scores. Looking to add more here. Again, a reminder what's at stake here. A win here for Hagerstown. They win the TEC outright for the first time in some time. 12 years? 12 years? 2012. 2012, that's still some time. 5 years. Last outright title. That's Gallier. Nice tackle there. That's a new name, Brandon Payne.
Caleb Craig makes the tackle for the Eagles.
Payne gets 2 yards.
Bring up 2nd down and 8.
The pass from Gallier, taken down by Caleb Craig. His nickname, I found out here in the press, is Car Seat, which is just fantastic. Apparently when he was a youngster, somebody made the joke that he should still be in a car seat because he was so small. The nickname is stuck. And I thoroughly enjoy it. This one hit to Grant Vinson. Nice play there as he picks up the first down and more. 14 yards for Vinson. $18 yards there. I did the math wrong, ironically. 5 with a catch. Looking to find some room, and he does. It's Camden Rhodes. Three there.
Pick up a 3 will bring up 2nd down and 7. Logan Heimeyer and Ben Aarons combined to make that tackle for the Eagles.
143 yards. I have Gallier's 9 for 9 for 143 yards. It's like he's playing Madden on rookie level right now. We get an injury timeout here for Hagerstown. That's 57. Jaron Baker limping off.
Remaining the first quarter, Harrison now leads Richmond by a score of 14-7.
14-7 now, Harrison leading Richmond, and without any sarcasm at all, that sounds better. Remember, I teach at Richmond. I graduated from Richmond. I take no pleasure in saying that.
Batesville leads Connersville by a score of 7-0.
Gallier in the shotgun. Hands it off. It's Mason Hicks, flag on the play. Hard running there by Hicks. He picks up 3. We'll see what the flag says. That's a hold on Hagerstown. So wipe that off the board, and they'll push him back 10 yards.
At the end of one quarter, Union County leads Tri by a score of 8-6.
So I love about coming to Lincoln here, and I don't have to look up scores. They just keep saying them. It's fantastic. 12-6, Union County leads Tri right now. Union County has something to play for. They're looking to get higher up in the standings. A win there would leapfrog them over Tri in the top half of the league. Second in a bunch here for Hagerstown. 4 wide receivers, 3 to the far side. Gallier looking to throw. Slithers out of one, gets a good block here. Going down the far side, and he'll get driven out of bounds. He actually pick up 2 or 3 after that. Takes a big hit on the far side.
Quarterback keeper, Gallier on the run.
2 yards there for Gallier. And that's what was said in the press box now. He ran about 40 yards, gained 1. 3rd and 16. Gallier looking to throw. Gets flushed out of the pocket. And will go down. Second sack of the game for Lincoln. 54, I think, was that. That was Chase Hokie. 6'1", 225 senior.
Darian Bishop and Hokie combined to make that quarterback.
So 4th and a bunch, almost 20 now. Actually 4th and 20 for Hagerstown, and that's their first punting opportunity. Back to receive it. Car seat, and I'm just saying that the rest of the game, just so everybody knows. Cody swim back to punt, and it's Coy Smith and car seat back to receive. And Caleb Craig gets buried. And it tells you how much I'm ready for basketball. I immediately thought the punter traveled, double dribbled. A little clutch there on the punt. And apparently I'm ready for basketball season since that came into my head. 1st and 10 now for Lincoln. They're trailed by a couple of scores. Not gotten much done offensively. In fact, if I have my numbers right, they have 17 yards of total offense all through the air, ironically. And that'll help the cause. That's Matt Fields. Picks up about, we'll see where they mark it. 6, give him 6. Jalen Oliver with the stop.
Pick up 6 to bring up second.
Hand off here to the tailback, and that's Fields. He might gain a yard.
Gain of 1 will bring up second. 3rd down and 3. Levens makes that last tackle for the Tigers.
So 3rd and 3 now for Lincoln, who could really use to stand to put a drive together. Otherwise, that defense is going to get tired awfully fast. I see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 Eagles on the sidelines here. So there's not a whole lot of depth, obviously, in Fields. He's close. Gains a couple, but he's going to be short of the 1st down. 4th and 2. And Lincoln might be going for this. Get busy living or get busy dying, right?
Seniors and their parents would please meet down at the west end of the track.
5 minutes to go, roughly. 5:15 to go
Please meet down at the track.
in the second quarter. Just stick around for the Richmond Square Donuts halftime show. Or call timeout with a second to go on the play clock. So 5:06 to go in the second quarter. Halftime, it'll be the Richmond Square Donuts halftime show. We'll bring you some comments from IHSA Commissioner Bobby Cox, as well as stats, scores, and more. That's the halftime show. Here, 13-0, Hagerstown. 5:06 to go. It's TEC football on Radio Troy Digital Sports. Back at Lincoln High School. After the timeout from Lincoln, they're going to go for it here on 4th and 2. Option here. Irvin tries to keep it, and they're going to come up well short. And turn the ball over on downs. Actually lost about 3 on the play.
Loss on the play will result in Hagerstown taking over.
This gave Hagerstown a really good field position. They'll pick it. They'll take over on the 31 of Lincoln. First and 10 for Hagerstown. Gallier. He'll hand it off to, no he won't, he'll keep it himself. Slips one tackle, slips another tackle, up the sideline. Nobody will touch him. Touchdown Hagerstown. Well, just like that, Lincoln with a 4th and 2 that's had to go for it on the very next play from scrimmage. Gallier shakes 2 tacklers and scrambles up the sidelines for a touchdown. And it's 19-0 Hagerstown. A 31-yard touchdown run. So right now, Owen Gallier, he's got a couple of sacks, so that's going to keep the rushing yards down. Going to go for 2 here. Gallier in shotgun. Rolls right. Throws back over his left and overthrows Cameron Pertha, who was wide open, but just overthrows him. So 4:48 to go. Gallier, 4 carries, 67 yards, not counting the sacks for a couple of touchdowns. He's also got 143 yards through the air on 9 for 9 passing. So early candidate for the Richmond area Subways player of the game.
Once again, a reminder, athletic events at Lincoln this week. Tomorrow is a busy day. The boys cross country team will be competing in the Rushville Regional beginning at 10 a.m. The Eagles finished second in last week's Connersville sectional. The 8th grade middle school volleyball team will be taking on Hagerstown in the county tourney tomorrow morning at 9 a.m.
Ready to kick it off here for Hagerstown. Here comes another onside kick, I suspect. 19-0. Hagerstown now, 3 touchdowns. 2 by Owen Gallier, 1 by Mason Hicks. 143 yards in the air for Gallier. 4:48 to go here in the third quarter. Ready to kick it off. That's a ground ball straight to the middle, not necessarily onside, more of a squib. And that's Caleb Craig to the 40. That's where Lincoln will take over in desperate need. And they'll bring up first and 10 from the 40. First and 10 now for the Eagles. They trail it by 3 scores. Irvin under center. Fields in motion. Hands off the middle. 33, Alex Hokie. Gets a yard. Clock running 4.5 minutes. Short of one of the TEC teams making it to regionals, or at least making a deep run in the sectionals, it's our final football game of the year. We understand that most of those who would be watching the sectional would be at said sectional game, so we don't get a whole lot of viewership there. But should anybody get deep into the tournament, we might do one of those games. 2nd and 9. Irvin. That was not Irvin. That was Matt Fields.
I'm sorry, Matt Fields.
And so he'll lose. It was about 7.
Loss of 7 on the play.
Or so.
3rd and 16.
3rd and 16. I got to be honest with you. This is how many drives in a row that Lincoln's had a something and long. So their first drive came up a little short, but it was a 4th and 8. Every one's been 3rd and 15, 3rd and 16. They're just not equipped to do 3rd and 16s. So they have right here. Irvin looking to throw. Overthrows it. Looking for James Pugh, and he overthrew it. It's going to bring up a 4th and 16.
Bring up 4th down and 16. Darian Bishop in the kick punt for the Eagles. Oliver back to receive for the Tigers.
This one's punted away. Good punt here. Nice high spiraling punt. They'll go out of bounds. Actually, he'll check up. Oliver will pick it up. Spins away from 1 and does a lot of work to gain 3 yards.
Oliver returns that ball for Hagerstown.
So a 34-yard punt for Darian Bishop. He's going to get a workout. His leg's going to be sore tomorrow, I suspect. And Hagerstown have the ball back with 3:07 to go here in the second quarter. Fake throw to one side, comes back to the other side. It's Oliver. We're getting a flag in the play. Oliver's still running. He's going to gain 14. We'll see what the flag is, and that's in the area of holding. And it's immediate holding, and we're going to go back the other way.
Alex Hokie makes a stop on that last play.
10 yards from the spot of the foul. And Hagerstown's going to go back a long way. That's going to bring up a first. The first down marker is on the right side of your screen where that official is. You can see where the ball is. When zoom becomes an issue, it's a loss of 16. First and 26. First and a furlong. Gallier looking to get it all in one play and might get it if it's a catch, and went right through the hands of Jalen Oliver. And he would have had the first down, or at least been pretty close to him. Went right through his hands. That catch might have just been too easy. That might have been the problem there for Jalen Oliver, who had a fantastic catch last time we did a Hagerstown game. One-handed Odell Beckham catch. Brings up a 2nd and 26. .234 to go here in the second quarter. Shotgun here for Gallier. It's Hicks. Nice tackle there.
Nice tackle made by Alex Hokie.
Alex Hokie, 5'9" freshman. Hokie, the 5'9" freshman, listed 155 pounds.
Bring up third down and 22.
Hicks gains 4. Needed 26, got 4. Five wide receivers now for Hagerstown. 3 on the near side, 2 on the far side. Collier looking to throw. Needs time, guy's time. Goes right down the middle. And it might get picked off, and it is. No, it isn't. He dropped it. Alex Hokie had it and just couldn't hold on. Nevertheless, it's a stop, and it brings up a 4th and 22 for Hagerstown. Here comes the punting unit.
Pass incomplete. Intended for Shero. Nice defense by Alex Hokie.
Coy Smith and car seat back to receive. Nice spiraling punt there. Coy Smith with a fair catch.
Fair catch made 36-yard line.
36-yard line. Lincoln will take over the minute 43.
Harrison now leads Richmond by a score of 21-7.
And the inauguration of Abe Toffee continues at Richmond, down 21-7. In the Sagarin ratings, trust them however you will, but if you're to believe the Sagarin ratings, Richmond is no more than the 5th best team in the TEC. Not entirely sure that's correct, but. And Jacob Irvin on a
Quarterback sacked by Cameron Perka.
little rollout there from Jacob Irvin, and he didn't even see the white jersey coming. Neither did you, because I'm not manning the camera very well. And Lincoln in a familiar spot, 2nd and a bunch.
Loss of 9 will bring up 2nd down and 19.
Minute 12, and Lincoln, I might just try to milk this clock and get in the locker room, lick my wounds, and only be down 19. 2nd and a bunch. To the tailback, we're going to get a flag there, and I think there's some movement on the line. We'll see who it's on.
Flag on the play.
False start Lincoln, they go back another 5 yards. Instead of 2nd and 19, it's 2nd and 24. Lincoln going the wrong direction. Second and 19, 45 seconds to go, clock running. Hand off to the tailback and squirts through. Still running. It's Fields. And he fumbles it. They're going to call him down. They're going to call him down. They're calling him down. Got it ripped down. His knee was down before it got ripped out.
Oliver makes the tackle.
Gain of 9 there for Fields. A good running there from the junior.
He has 7 will bring up 3rd and 12.
20 seconds to go, and they don't have to run a play if they don't want to. I'm not sure I would. And they will. Urban looking to throw, rolling right. Can't find anybody. He's going to throw it away. And that'll do it. Halftime here at Lincoln, 19-0 Hagerstown on the Wesley Bates Wealth Management scoreboard. Stick around after the break. We're going to hear from ISSA Commissioner Bobby Cox, and give you stats, scores, and more on the Richmond Square Donuts halftime show. It's TEC Football and Radio Troy Digital Sports.
At Square Donuts, we take our donuts seriously, and apparently so do our customers. Square Donuts is by far the #1 donut shop in Richmond. At Square Donuts, we are donuts, cinnamon rolls, long johns, and many other varieties fresh daily. Donuts became our family tradition and business in 1967, and we've continued through 3 generations. Square Donuts in Richmond has 2 locations, including 1241 Northwest 5th Street and 3637 East Main in the Hoppy Jeweler Plaza. Square Donuts of Richmond. We never cut corners and never will.
The dealership where I bought my car told me I needed new tires. So, of course, I stopped by Best One and asked Roger to take a look. So they checked it out, and he told me not yet. He said I was good for at least another 10,000 miles. I've always gotten an honest opinion at Best One, and so will you.
Hi, I'm Roger Clark at Best One Tire and Service. We'll only sell you tires when you need new tires, and they'll be the right tires for your car or truck. I guarantee it.
Best One Tire and Service, North 7th and A, Uptown Richmond.
I got this.
I got this.
I got this.
At Harrington Hogue, we believe your life belongs to you. That's why we work hard to make sure that your insurance coverage is the last thing you have to worry about. So when it comes to keeping you protected,
we got this.
The Indiana Football Hall of Fame in Richmond, Indiana was founded in 1973. Its mission is to honor the men and women who have excelled in high school, college, or professional football based on their coaching, athletic ability, citizenship, scholarship, and significant supporting contributions to the game of football. The Indiana Football Hall of Fame includes retrospection from Indiana's prestigious football history from the late 1800s to the present. When you visit the hall, you'll see the names like Weeview Bank, Vegas Ferguson, Newt Rockney, and Lamar Lundy. The Indiana Football Hall of Fame is located at 815 North A Street in Richmond and is open Tuesday through Saturday from 11 a.m. until 5 p.m. There is no entrance fee and donations are appreciated. Take time to visit Indiana football history at the Indiana Football Hall of Fame.
It's time for the Commissioner's Corner, an exclusive weekly update from the IHSAA Commissioner himself, Bobby Cox. Now for the inside scoop on what's happening day to day with the IHSAA. Here's Coach Bob Lovell with Commissioner Bobby Cox.
Filling in for Bob Lovell, Greg Rakestraw, thank you so much for joining us on the Commissioner's Corner. But, of course, the star of the show, the Commissioner of the IHSAA in Bobby Cox. And this is one of those times a year, my friend, where you are racking up the frequent flyer. And by flyer, I mean driving miles across the state of Indiana.
Yes, I am, Greg. We've got a lot going on this weekend in high school sports. It's a great time for our fans to get out and support these young people. A lot of great tournament action.
All right, let's kind of work our way kind of backward from state championship level all the way down to the end of the regular season. So we start with boys tennis, and I'm crossing my fingers as I say this. The weather forecast seems to mirror what was for golf a couple of weeks ago. Your thoughts about a little outdoor tennis on Friday and Saturday to decide a state champion?
Well, my fingers are crossed, too, and we've got a Friday state semifinal matchups at Carmel and at Center Grove, and then we move to North Central on Saturday for the semifinals and the finals. And you know, if we get some nice warm weather on the weekend, it'll be great for those young men to play tennis, and I think it'll be a tremendous tournament. We got great matchups, even in the first round of the state semifinals, and I'm looking forward to some great play.
All right, from the state championships in tennis books, remember there are two concurrent tournaments that go on in the boys state tennis, same with the girls in the spring as well. We will crown a team state champion on Saturday. We will come back the following Saturday and crown individual singles and doubles champions in the state of Indiana. So we'll talk more tennis when Coach Lovell returns next week. This is now the regional round coming up for both boys and girls soccer. Tell us about that.
And the format's a little bit different here, Greg, because we've changed the number of classifications we have in soccer this year. We have a three-class tournament, and so we also changed our tournament format, and so we have all-day soccer on Saturday across three classes, various sites all around the state, some great sectional championship matches that occurred last week, and so now we're trying to get it down to a fairly reasonable number, and we'll have those regionals around the state. And again, the weather, it looks like it's going to be good. And, you know, I know those soccer players would rather play in some warm weather and dry conditions rather than some of the more challenging conditions they might encounter if it rains or otherwise.
All right, I know we had some water issues at some of those locations last Saturday, so it's good to know that we're not dealing with that this time around. Soccer, and we'll get to volleyball in a second, but one thing that it strikes me that you have done is a midweek action in these sports. We are now to the point in time of the schedule where everything is weekend-based for these two sports.
We've worked hard on both volleyball and soccer to eliminate some midweek things. You can't do it in the sectional, but once you get to the regional and beyond, you can do that. And we'll be looking at that for some other sports as well in the future. But one of the things that's really difficult for young people, I think, is to maintain a proper focus on their academics while they're playing tournament games 2 and 3 days apart. And so I think the weekdays where we can just go to practice and focus on our grades, make sure we're keeping our academics in line, and then playing on the weekend serves our students better.
It sounds like you're actually focusing on this thing called education-based athletics that I keep hearing about.
Well, we are. We're trying to make sure we keep the priority and perspective in athletics. While it's very important, and these are tournament championships that we're talking about, it still needs to remain subservient to the academic missions of our schools.
All right, so volleyball underway for their state tournament. How's that going so far?
Well, volleyball sectionals are this weekend, and again, this is the first year of a 2-year cycle of realignment and reclassification. And in due to Rule 2.5, which is commonly known as the success factor, we have 5 schools that are playing up a class. We have 1 school that remained in the class they were in the previous 2 years. We actually had 1 school that opted up to play a class. North Davies opted from 1A to 2A. So in all told, we have 7 schools that are playing above the classification that their enrollment would allow them for. And what that equates to us is that we're going to have some tremendously competitive championships this weekend in volleyball at the sectional level.
And to that point, as Bobby's alluding to, I'm thinking of the ones in 4A. Concordia stayed up. Providence and Yorktown both moved up. And all three of those teams are thought to be, Bobby, among some of the best in the state.
Oh, absolutely. And I think when they meet in the tournament trail, you're going to see some outstanding volleyball. And that's what the tournament success factor is all about. It's trying to balance competition so that we don't have blowouts in our tournament series events. And there are situations where smaller schools, for whatever reason, excel at a very high level. And if we believe the notion that classification was made 20 years ago because larger schools were dominating, now we're placing those very successful schools in those tougher competitions. Should make for better competition all around.
Oh, and by the way, we have the last week of high school football from a regular season standpoint coming up this weekend as well.
We do, and this weekend for a lot of schools, conference championships are determined. In a lot of our conferences in football where they have more than 8 schools, they call this the crossover week, the championship weekend. So if you've got a conference that's got an East and a West division, for example, the ones from each side play each other for the championship, the 2s play each side for 3, the 3s play each side for 5th, and so on and so forth. So it's an exciting time for these football schools because they're going to determine conference weekend and try to get ready for their first round opponent in the sectional.
So over the course of the last 6 minutes, you have now learned, well, if you leave Bobby a message the next few weeks, he may not get back to you quickly. He's rather busy with all the things that are going on really all the way through now up until Thanksgiving weekend. As always, thanks for the time and the insight, my friend. We'll do it again real soon.
Thank you, Greg. Appreciate it.
And that'll do it for this week's conversation with Commissioner Cox. Of course, for more on every IHSAA sport, simply log on to ihsaa.org. Bob Lovell rejoins us next week. We thank you for listening and for your support of Indiana high school sports.
It is halftime. It is the Richmond Square Donuts halftime show. Halftime score here. Hagerstown leads this one 19-0. Scores from around the area we can find. Lafayette Harrison leads Richmond 28-7 at half. Union County was leading Tri 12-6. Northeastern leading Union City 22-7. We still have no score yet on Centerville Winchester. No doubt because of their stellar media relations there. Stats sure to be wrong statistics for Lincoln. It's pretty grim. Jacob Irvin, the freshman, with 2 completed passes for 17 yards. On the ground, Matt Fields with 10 carries, 11 yards. Alex Hokie, 3 carries, 8 yards. Frank Garza, 1 carry for 0. Jacob Irvin, 3 carries for -20. A couple of those were sacks. Actually, all 3 of those were sacks. Receiving, Matt Fields and Frank Garza each with a reception for 11 and 6. For Hagerstown, it's a much more impressive set of stats. Owen Gallier, I have him for, actually he had 1 incompletion. He's 9 for 10 for 150 yards through the air. He also has 67 yards rushing on 4 carries. There's a couple sacks in there, so that subtracts some of that, but I haven't put that in there. Mason Hicks, 3 carries, 6 yards. Jalen Oliver with a carry for -5. On the receiving end, 6 different Tigers with receptions. Grant Vincent with a couple for 32. Cody Swim, 1 for 45. Cameron Pertha, 2 for 18. Jalen Oliver, 2 for 45. Branton Payne, a catch for 2 yards. Camden Rhodes, a catch for 3 yards. And the scoring went very simply. Lincoln gets the ball first, has a nice drive, gets into Hagerstown territory, stalls, they punt it away. And in just a couple of plays, thanks to a 45-yard pass to Cody Swim and a 35-yard pass to Jalen Oliver, they march down the field in quick succession and score the first touchdown. After a recovered onside kick, and a couple of big plays later, it's actually the one big play, a 31-yard run by Owen Gallier. He follows up with a 4-yard plunge for the touchdown. It's 13-0 Hagerstown. After a few 3-and-outs and punts, one more big play from Owen Gallier, a 31-yard run for the touchdown up the left sideline, and it's big plays and virtually no plays for Lincoln. And your score 19-0 Hagerstown. On your Wesley Bates Wealth Management scoreboard here at halftime, sponsored by our good friends at Square Donuts. We'll take another quick break. It's senior night here at Lincoln, so we've got still a lot of time left to go in halftime, and I am quickly running out of things to say, so we'll We'll take a break. We'll come back. We'll get you the third quarter. It's TEC Football on Radio Troy Digital Sports.
At Square Donuts, we take our donuts seriously, and apparently so do our customers. Square Donuts is by far the #1 donut shop in Square Donuts, we bake our donuts, cinnamon rolls, long johns, and many other varieties fresh daily. Donuts became our family tradition and business in 1967, and we've continued through 3 generations. Square Donuts in Richmond has 2 locations, including 1241 Northwest 5th Street and 3637 East Main in the Hoppy Jeweler Plaza. Square Donuts of Richmond, we never cut corners and never will.
Hello, my name is Kyle Schwarzkopf. I'm the manager of Kyle's National Road Auto, in business in Richmond since 1979. We employ ASE certified technicians, and we have 80 years of experience. We work on all domestics and most European and Japanese cars. Give us a call at 966-1555. Kyle's National Road Auto Service. My name is Kyle Schwarzkopf, and I approve this message.
Drive in for the win and drive out with savings. It's a savings drive only at Wetzel Ford. Choose from our huge selection and drive away with a win. Right now, you can lease a 2017 Fusion S for only $249 a month for 36 months. Or lease a 2018 Flex for only $339 a month for 36 months. Or save over $4,500 and get 1.9% APR for 60 months on our selection of F-150 XLTs. Drive in for great savings during the Savings Drive at Wetzel Ford Richmond.
New Vision Sports is a training program that focuses on the training and improvement of the serious-minded athlete, including all ages and skill levels. From creating customized workout plans to providing ongoing motivation and support, New Vision strives to help you achieve your training goals. Their trainers use a variety of effective workout plans based on your specific goals. New Vision Sports, 977-5831, or go to their website, newvisionsports.com. That's New Vision Sports with a Z.
As an internet service provider, Parallax Systems reliable residential high-speed internet service and business service. With a fiber backbone reaching over 150 miles, we have created a multifaceted delivery system. Our dark fiber leasing has proved beneficial to public and private sectors alike. Parallax serves Wayne County and surrounding areas. Parallax Systems, when speed matters, a division of Richmond Power and Light.
The Purdue Polytechnic Institute in Richmond is part of a statewide network that offers the same technology degrees available in West Lafayette. The benefit of earning your degree at the Richmond location is that the campus is small enough to provide you with dedicated one-to-one attention while you earn your degree from Purdue University. Purdue Polytechnic of Richmond. Give them a call at 973-8228 or go to their website for more information at polytechnic.purdue.edu.
At the Reed Orthopedic Center, our physicians and support team devote themselves to helping you return to a healthy and active lifestyle. Our expertise includes shoulder, elbow, foot, ankle, hand, wrist, hip, and knee injuries, as well as pain management and rehabilitation, and school athletic training programs and sports medicine. We are committed to providing you with the best possible orthopedic treatment that we can. To request an appointment at the Reed Orthopedic Center, call 765-935-8905.
For over 30 years, Reynolds Plumbing has been keeping the Richmond-Wayne County area running. Whether on commercial properties, restaurants, or residential, they've done quality plumbing, heating, and air work for thousands of customers. In a small town, a company like theirs cannot stay in business for as long as they have without being very good at what they do. It's about quality work, it's about customer service. If that's the kind of experience you want on your next plumbing or HVAC job, then Reynolds Plumbing has you covered. Call Reynolds Plumbing today at 966-0994. For over a century, Richmond Power and Light has been providing safe, reliable energy to the citizens and businesses of Richmond and the surrounding area. Through their dedicated and talented employees, they are advancing their tradition of exceptional service through new technology, training, and efficiency in everything they do. Richmond Power and Light provides reliable, low-cost energy and technology services in a customer-focused, environmentally responsible, safety-conscious manner. Richmond Power and Light. Together we make powerful partners. Little Sheba's Restaurant and Zini's Place. Come join us in Richmond at 175 Fort Wayne Avenue or at our newest location in Centerville at 129 East Main Street. Grab one of our gourmet pizzas, a deluxe sandwich, steak or fresh salad, and an ice-cold beer or your favorite wine. Featuring live music every Tuesday, Friday, and Saturday, plus more in our smoke-free environment. 10% discount with a valid student ID. It's better than being home. Finding a used car dealership you can trust is not an easy thing to do, but for me, the choice was an easy one. I went to Tony's Car Sales in Richmond. I purchased my last 2 cars from Tony's and couldn't be happier with the service. They didn't pressure me, and they worked with me through the entire process. If you're in the market for a great used vehicle, get to Tony's Car Sales in Richmond, 250 National Road West, or give them a call at 962-5665, or go to their website, tonyscarsales.com.
There are banks that are big, and then there's West End Bank. A bank with big ideas to help people, business, and industry. If you're just starting out on your own and want a new car, West End can help. Maybe it's your first home and you need advice on financing. West End Bank has ideas to help you. West End Bank, helping build better lives and a better community. West End Bank is a community bank with big ideas and home to a distinctive style of banking. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
There's only one place to go on the World Wide Web to find the best automotive deals. Wetzelauto.com. One of the area's largest inventories all in one spot. Wetzelauto.com. Here for you 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Wetzelauto.com. New and used vehicles, service, parts, body shop, and rental. Value your trade. It's easy to navigate. It's convenient. Wetzelauto.com. It's clickin' awesome.
Summit Computer Systems is a full-service computer manufacturing and support company founded in 1997. They partner with businesses and individuals to provide computer systems, hardware service, support, design services, high-speed wireless internet, network design, and more. Summit Computers, 1427 Chester Boulevard in Richmond. Give them a call at 939-2120. Hi, this is Troy Darengowski from Radio Troy Digital Sports. You know what, staying in shape isn't always the easiest thing to do. So to help assist me, I work out in just one place, that's Family Fitness. I can do everything from lifting, body pump, kick fit, body flow, kettlebell, Zumba, CrossFit, and more. So if you're looking for a great way to stay or get into shape, check out Family Fitness Works in Richmond. Give them a call at 935-9191 or go to their website, familyfitnessworks.com. At First Bank Richmond, we provide you with an excellent banking experience. Whether it's personal checking, savings, mortgage loans, consumer loans, retail lending, or trust and investments, you can call First Bank Richmond. First Bank Richmond has been serving the Richmond area since 1887. For more information, give them a call at 962-2581 or go to their website at firstbankrichmond.com.
Drive in for the win and drive out with savings. It's a savings drive only at Wetzel Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram. Choose from our huge selection and drive away with a win. Right now, you can save up to $7,000 on every Cherokee in stock. Or lease a new Jeep Compass Latitude from only $218 a month for 24 months. Or how about saving over $5,000 on most Pacifica and Grand Caravan models in stock? Drive in for savings during the savings drive at Wetzel Chrysler Richmond.
Back in Lincoln High School, start of the second half, third quarter, second half. Starting here, 19-0 Hagerstown. As Lincoln now got to figure out a way to get some offense going. The defense has not played badly. They've given up 3 or 4 really big plays. But Hagerstown's going to start the third quarter. That's bad news for Lincoln, because they may not touch the ball again before they're down 4 scores. Ground ball here. Takes a nice big Lincoln bounce. comes to the feet of Mason Hicks. Gets it in past the 40 to the 41 for Hagerstown. So Hagerstown starts it off here, leading 19-0. 2 quarters away from their first outright TEC title since 2012. First and 10. Pitches out to Mason Hicks. Hicks looking for room around the right side. Will get driven down after he gains 6. A very un-Mason Hicks type first half. He's averaging 131 yards rushing per game. He's over 1,000 for the year. He's got 6-12 now. And quite frankly, they just didn't need him, as they got plenty of yards through the air. Gallier, screen pass, finds Vincent. Vincent, left side, still running. Gets that's Swim. Cody Swim at the wrong teen.
Screen pass to Swim, good for a Hagerstown first down.
We'll see where that's spotted. Looks like it's right on the 5-yard line. I keep thinking that's the goal line. It's right on the 5 yards, so it gave him 42.
Picked up a 45 yards from that play.
45 yards. 188 through the air for Gallier. Gives hands off to Swim and flag there. Swim got a little edgy.
Ball back 5 yards. First and goal from the 10. At this time, I would like to thank our concession workers for the year, and not just this year, but many years past. Big thank you to Debbie Ray, Julie Drake, Teresa Drake, Debbie McGinn.
First and goal now from the 10.
Teresa and Justin
just started third quarter, 10:27 to go here.
They do a great job for us in the concession stand.
Gallier. It's Swim in motion. Bring it back and throw a jump ball for Jalen Oliver that was broken up. Nice play defensively by Lincoln. He was wide open. If it wasn't a lob, he might get the touchdown out of that. Brings up a second and goal.
Pass incomplete, intended for Oliver. Broken up by Alex Hokie and Chandler Colts. Second and goal from the 10.
Second and goal from the 10 here. Gallier. Hands it off. It's Hicks up the middle. Good hard running. Gets close. I can't tell. Looks like right on the 5-yard line. So he gets those 5 back from the false start. Third and goal from the 5. It's nice to see I'm not the only person having perspective issues up in the press box. Coming up there on that play. It's Mason Hicks. Needed 5, got 4. We have 4th and 1, and there's no chance they don't go for it here. You got to figure if you're Hagerstown, you can get 1 yard. Gallier gives it to Hicks. Up the middle. He gets stacked up. Touchdown. A little hesitation on the far official. But a touchdown Hagerstown is 25-0. Field goal unit out for the extra point. And that kick is good. So 26-0 on the Wesley Bates Wealth Management scoreboard. 9:06 to go here in the third quarter. 26-0. Hagerstown. We're going to take a quick break. Come back. It's TEC Football and Radio Troy Sports.
For the past 35 years, Van Vliet Insurance has built a reputation of bringing a personal touch. That's because at Van Vliet, it's all about you, your needs, your life, and our town. Along with providing quality coverage to individuals, families, and local businesses, we're proud of our community and the opportunity we have to protect your future within it. Van Vliet Insurance, an Erie Insurance representative. Hometown professionals at work for you.
Back in Lincoln High School, 26-0 Hagerstown. They're well on their way to the outright TEC title. Squib kick a-coming, I'll bet. And that was, who was that? That was 46 for Lincoln, Mason Dick, a 5'9" freshman who took that in the gut like he got sniped. And with Hagerstown's kickoff philosophy of trying to stay under the radar with the ball, you're going to take one if you're front and center, and that's where he was. So Lincoln now in desperate need of some offense. 4 wide receivers for Irvin. Irvin looking to throw. Steps up in the pocket. Goes on the run. Finds his man. It's car seat, Caleb Craig.
Pass complete to Caleb Craig.
I almost got him. I've been trying to get you to say that all game. I almost got the public address down to say car seat. I gotta be honest with you. Being able to call that kid car seat is the most delightful thing I've done in this job for 3 years. 2nd and 3 for the Golden Eagles. Going to throw. Steps up in the pocket. Clutches. Now rolls out. Throws up a Hail Mary over Caleb Craig's head. He gets picked off by Gallier. Gallier down the right side will get run out of bounds. We'll get a flag there on the interception by Gallier. So Owen Gallier's done everything but catch his own pass. Caught somebody else's. Caleb Craig needed a booster seat there, not a car seat. It's a hold on Hagerstown after the change of possession. So they'll keep possession, but they'll get penalized after the possession.
It is a hold against Hagerstown.
For those of you just joining us, I want to give you the background on the story car seats, just so it doesn't feel like I'm making fun of somebody. The story goes that Caleb Craig was a youngster in the middle school, and somebody just asked how much he weighed. When they found out how little he weighed, he thought maybe he needed to be in a car seat because he was so small. And the nickname stuck, and now I get to say car seat on a broadcast. It can be heard in Bangladesh. Gallier finds Vincent. Far side, makes another man miss. Still going near the 10-yard line. Start on the 40. We'll see if they spot it. Around the 12. 27 yards for Vincent. That one's another flag there. It's starting to get a lot of laundry here. Another false start. I want to say that's the 5th or 6th one here today. I got Owen Gallier as 11 of 12 for 215 yards. I can only recall one incompletion. But those are my sure to be wrong statistics. 5-yard penalty there. We'll get a 1st and 15. I should trademark that. Around the right side. It's Gallier. Gets just tripped up there. He's on his way to the end zone. Gets a couple. See what he gets. 15. Got stopped inside the 4, so give him 9. You got that wrong again. The 5-yard line is much brighter than the goal line on this end, and I keep getting them mixed up. So you only got 11.
Union County leads Tri by a score of 16-12.
16-12, Union County leads Tri. Second and about 4. Screen pass here, and that's snuffed out very well there by Lincoln. Cameron Rhodes actually lost yards on that. He had 3 yards receiving. I think he's in the negatives now. Looked like he lost 5. Lost 4, maybe.
Northeastern now leads Union City by a score of 22-7.
2-7, Northeastern leads Union City.
Harrison is up on Richmond, 28-7.
Pitch here is to Hicks. Hicks has a lot of room. And he's going to get in the end zone right in the corner. Touchdown, Hagerstown.
Hicks with the carry into the end zone. Touchdown, Hagerstown.
32-0 now. And Hicks gets the about 10-yard run there. His second touchdown of the game. And that kick was, that was not a pretty kick.
No good. With 5:55 remaining in the third quarter.
Had some power, not a whole lot of accuracy. 32-0 Hagerstown on the Wesley Bates Wealth Management scoreboard. We'll take a break, come right back. It's TC Football, Radio Troy Digital Sports.
Our community. It's where we live. It's where we work. It's where we play. At West End Bank, we're not just in the community, we're a part of the community. And that's why we support over 100 programs for local nonprofits and schools, including our financial literacy program that positively impacts countless students throughout the area. You bank locally, so we give back locally to watch people grow with endless possibilities.
Back in Lincoln High School, 5:55 to go into third quarter, 32-0 Hagerstown. After a 10-yard run by Mason Hicks. And a low line drive coming here for the kick. And a kickoff from Hagerstown that got above 10 feet. Nice tackle there from Cameron Pertha. So 32-0 here, Hagerstown. Lincoln trying to get something going offensively. .552. Irvin looking to throw. Steps up in the... Trying to find room. He's going to keep it himself and gain a yard or two. Ryan Gallier with the tackle. Gain of a yard for Jacob Irvin.
All right, get out your 50-50 tickets. I've got the winning ticket number here. After this next play, we'll refill the winning ticket number. If you want to buy a ticket, come up real quick and buy one. Maybe you lose, but come up and buy one.
2nd and 8. Irvin looking to throw. Needs room. Finally keeps himself. He's going to take a big hit, but he's going to gain 2.
Quarterback keeper. Gallier with the tackle.
3rd and 6, perhaps, for the Golden Eagles.
Upcoming. All right, you're winning. Your winning 50-50 ticket number 401402. That's 401402. If you have that ticket number.
3rd and 6 now for the Golden Eagles. Shotgun here. 4 wide receivers, split. Irvin looking to throw. And he's just not getting any time back there. Sack there by Jalen Oliver.
Quarterback sack by Oliver.
It's going to be a 4th and a long way.
Approximately 17. Alexander.
Oh, 39. I thought it was 33. 39. Logan Alexander. My apologies there. It's only back to about the 25, so it brings up a 4th and a long way. And a high snap that goes into the end zone. We're going to get a false start. We actually have too many men on the field for Lincoln, so they'll go 5 more yards. And to be perfectly honest, Lincoln's MVP tonight, Darian Bishop, has gotten a lot of work here as the punter.
Score update, Harrison leads Richmond 35-7.
35-7, Harrison leads Richmond, much to the delight of both crowds here. Nothing makes Hagerstown and Lincoln happier than watching Richmond get beat. High snap again. Not a bad kick there from Bishop.
Nice kick by Bishop. Ball goes out of bounds.
Gets past the 40. Hagerstown will take over at the 42.
8-yard line. 47 or 48.
I'll tell you, 48-yard line. Got the wrong strike.
That winning 50-50 ticket number is 401402. 401402.
They've announced the winning 50-50 ticket now twice, and if they announce it a time, then I'm buying a ticket. Because a redraw is a-coming.
Hey, right here we go. I got the winning number. I got it. Right here.
All right. Thank you, Brad.
We finally got a winner, Mason Hicks, with 6 yards there. I was very disappointed. I was going to buy a ticket if they had to redraw. Felt like it was my lucky day. Mason Hicks with 6 yards on that carry. Three minutes to go here in the third quarter. Gallier on the screen finds Oliver, and he's gone. And nobody's going to catch him all the way to the house. Touchdown, Hagerstown. 48-yard touchdown pass. So not a 48-yard touchdown pass. That would have been a 42-yard touchdown pass. With all due respect to Caleb Craig, he is not chasing down Jalen Oliver. And it's 30 Hagerstown. The big plays killed him today. 253 yards passing for Gallier. And whoever that kicker is, he needs to keep kicking. That's Clay Cochran. I don't think he kicked the last one.
That extra point was good. With 2:55 remaining in the third period, your score, Hagerstown 39, Lincoln 0.
So the extra point's good. And it's 39-0 Hagerstown. 2:55 to go here in the third quarter. It's TC Football, Troy Digital Sports.
Mancino's is family-friendly, serving fresh grinders, pizza, pasta, and salads daily. They serve great food priced for family budgets. And whether it's one of their homemade grinders, salads, or pizza, there's sure to be something for everyone in your family. Our baking process may cost a little more and take more time, but the end result of freshness and flavor make the real difference in all of Mancino's award-winning products. Mancino's of Richmond. Give them a call at 966-1161 or go to their website, Mancino'sofRichmond.com.
Back in Lincoln High School, 39-0. Hagerstown leads this one. $2:55 to go here in the third quarter. This one kicked away. Taken by Caleb Craig. Actually, it's not Caleb Craig. That's Josh Miles. 5'9" freshman.
Thanks to the skilled folks at Reed Sports Medicine.
They got a lot of 5'9" freshmen here at Lincoln. And one was their quarterback. And as you've seen on the other side, what happens when you play a promising quarterback as a freshman, you end up with Owen Gallier as a senior. Now, I'm not saying that Jacob Rivers is going to end up being Owen Gallier, but that is how you can get a decent quarterback.
Big special thank you to our trainer, Hannah Crum.
High formation now for the Eagles. This is Fields. Matt Fields picks up 7.
Matt Fields carries the ball for 7 yards. He's second down and 3.
2nd and 3.
Bring him down.
This one is Fields again. First down, Lincoln. Picks up 8. I want to say that's their second first down of the game. Am I sound about right? Second first down of the game for Lincoln. 22-7. Northeastern leads Union City at half.
First and 10, ball at midfield.
It's also with another foot, it'll be the second time Lincoln's been in Hagerstown territory. And they're going to get a foot here as Fields picks up 3 or 4. Actually, maybe even give him 5. Give him 4. You're going to see Lincoln. There's a lot of white jerseys out there for Hagerstown. When I say white jersey, I mean it's whiter than they're supposed to be. Minute 20. Pitch here is to Fields again. Looking for him, makes one man miss. Still on his feet. Pushing forward. He'll get another first down for Lincoln. Still pushing forward. Good hard running. Phil Renforth talked heart of this Lincoln team. I'm sorry, Scott Snodgrass talked about the heart of this Lincoln team, and that shows you right there as Fields with a 10-yard gain. And all of a sudden, Matt Fields with 14 carries, 40 yards. It's worth mentioning I'm sitting right on about the 42-yard line, the 45-yard. It's got a little bend in it. We're giggling about in the press box like they went around Bugs Bunny's hole. We're going to see where that's the flinch first on Hagerstown. So another 5 yards. This is the best drive by far for Lincoln.
5-yard penalty will bring up first and 5 from the 30.
First and 5 now for Lincoln. Under 30 seconds to go. Still running. Still pushing. Good hard running by Matt Fields. Picks up 3. And that'll do it for the third quarter.
Hagerstown 39, Lincoln 0. I would like to wish a very special 58 happy
39-0 on the Wesley Bates Wealth Management scoreboard. Hagerstown leads this one quarter to an outright TEC title. Back after this, it's TEC Football on Radio Troy Digital Sports.
Some people are born lucky. Other people take luck into their own hands, avoid stepping on sidewalk cracks, and wouldn't dare walk under a ladder. But whether you were born with luck or make your own, when it comes to your insurance coverage, luck should have nothing to do with it. So talk to Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance today or visit them online at infarmbureau.com to purchase an auto policy. Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance. Stop knocking on wood.
Questions about your coverage in Wayne County? Call 765-962-9548 and ask for me, Kevin Shearer.
Back in Lincoln High School, 39-0 start of the fourth quarter here. Flag on the play.
Before Boren, Chris Bills, and your gold sponsor, Dr. Lyle Amarine, optometrist. These are our corporate
Flag on the play. 5 yards against Lincoln on a handoff is to Fields. He'll cut it up inside. Actually lose 2 more.
Not only visit our sponsors, but make sure you patronize them too.
Third and 10 now.
Third down and 10.
Irvin looking to throw. Can't find anybody. He'll get sacked. Well, it was a promising drive for Lincoln. Now it becomes a 4th and a mile again. There's no reason to punt this one away.
4:32 remaining in the third. Lafayette Harrison, 42, Richmond, 7.
42-7 Harrison leading Richmond. And I thought
15-8 on Winchester with 4:02 remaining in the third quarter.
15-8 Centerville leading Winchester in a game that had a whole lot of consequence here before this one started. The 39-0 now for Hagerstown makes that game a moot point.
At the half, Statesville led Connersville 35.
Timeout, Lincoln.
Timeout on the field. Timeout, Lincoln. That is their first.
We'll take a break as well. 39-0 Hagerstown, 10:07 to go. In this one, TEC Football on Radio Troy Digital Sports.
Since 1994, Beach Automotive has provided motorists in the Richmond area with comprehensive services that include car and truck care, alignment, brakes, tires, engine, transmission, and more. You'll be hard-pressed to find the same level of expertise that our auto mechanic specialists provide. For a high-performing vehicle, trust Beach Automotive. To learn more, call 765-966-8181. Beach Automotive, 110 East Main Street, Richmond.
Back at Lincoln. 4th and a bunch for Lincoln. Going for it. We'll get a flag here. False start on Lincoln. So apparently they thought 4th and a whole bunch wasn't good enough. So they're going to go 4th even more. And the punting unit comes in.
Timeout on the field. Timeout Hagerstown.
Timeout Hagerstown. They're first of the Knights. 10:07. Still, they've run a play since the last timeout. It's TC Football on Radio Troy Digital Sports.
Big Boys Pizza is now open in Richmond, located at 1015 East Main Street, next door to the Civic Theater. The menu has great sandwiches, pasta, salads, and of course, pizza. Come dine in, carry out, or have your food delivered day or night, at home or at the office. Other locations are in Connorsville and Brookville. Bring in a sports ticket after any game and receive 10% off your purchase. Ticket must be dated for the same day as your purchase. Dine in, take out, or delivery, Big Boys Pizza. 765-488-0223.
That punt is away, fielded by Jalen Oliver, and he'll scramble forward.
At this time, I'd like to introduce the cheerleaders for both teams. First, for the visiting Tigers, your cheerleaders, Chloe Beatty, Mallory Bledsoe, Lindsay Compton, Brooklyn Lamar, Macy Matich, Piper Pennington, Alyssa Richardson, Courtney Ridge, Mackenzie Slagle, Olivia Sullivan, and Ashley Benson. And now your Lincoln Golden Eagle cheerleaders. Courtney Johnson.
So Hagerstown takes over, 1st and 10 on their own 24. This game well in hand.
Erica Gropp, Haley Black, Ryan Davis, Jessica Harmer, Kiki Rodriguez, Alyssa Vickers, Carly Richardson, Hannah Holiday, Hannah Berry, Alexis Worrell, Anna Payne, Olivia Gilpin, and Zoe Weininger.
Second and 10. Backup quarterback in here for Hagerstown. He's tried a couple. That's Noah Snodgrass, 5'11" freshman. And I think I speak for everybody when I say we all appreciate you wanting to get your name in the scorebook, but just keep the clock running. 9:49 to go. Snodgrass keeps it himself and gets, that's going to be a face mask. Got a little too high up there.
Sack made by Hokie and Chandler Foltz. There's a flag on the play. Face mask against Lincoln. That 5-yard penalty will bring up 3rd and 5.
.9:35 to go here. 3rd and 6 now for Hagerstown. With a whole lot of guys out there that have bright white jerseys. Mason Hicks back there. He does not have a bright white jersey. He'll fake it. It'll be Snodgrass. He'll keep it. Picks up a yard. And punting unit coming. Clock running now, 9 minutes to go. Punt here is a screwball. That's going to net about 15 yards.
Made by Mitch Morris down at the
Mitch Morris with the punt there. Sophomore. So Hagerstown now with a lot of, like I said before, a lot of bright white jerseys, a lot of second stringers in there. So 8:40 to go. It's Fields again. Good hard running by Fields. 17 carries for 49 yards from Matt Fields, who's done himself proud. Senior night here at Lincoln. As I said, there's 11 on the field, and there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 with a helmet on the sidelines. And at TEC, you're not going to win very many games. You have that many folks on the sidelines. 2nd and 4. Pitch here is to Fields. Makes one man miss. Stiff arm there. Good hard running again from Matt Fields. Down to the 30. About 15-yard Fields.
Heinlein and Payne combined to make that tackle for the Tigers. The ball at the 30. That last play good for 14 yards in a Lincoln Golden Eagle.
3rd first down by my recollection for the Golden Eagles. 7:30 to go here. It's Fields again, and I feel like he might be a little tired. Loses 4 there.
Fields with the carry, the initial hit made by Matt Brown.
Lost 4 there.
Loss of 3 will bring up 2nd and 13.
Irvin looking. Steps into one. Throws a bit of a duck. Broken up by Hagerstown.
Complete intended for Pugh, broken up by Payne.
It's intended for James Pugh. Bring up a 3rd and 13.
Northeastern leads Union City with a minute 15 to go in the third, 30-7.
37 Northeastern leads Union City.
Harrison 56.
Timeout Lincoln.
7. Timeout on the field.
Second timeout for the Eagles. 6:37 to go in this one. They trail at 39-0. We'll take a break as well. Come back. It's TEC Football on Radio Troy Digital Sports.
Kate's Cages is the #1 indoor training facility for baseball and softball in Richmond by far. With top flight instructors, you will learn how to play the game the right way. Everything from pitching, hitting, catching, and fielding. Kate's Cages will also have the opportunity to participate in triple play fall ball, the softball academy, individual and team camps, and individual private workouts. Kate's Cages Baseball and Softball Indoor Training Facility. 36 Rose City Boulevard. Call 993-2353 for more information.
Back in Lincoln High School, Lincoln band playing the Macarena. Not exactly cutting edge, but we'll take it. Irvin looking to throw. That is tipped away and picked off by Cameron Pertha. Pertha down the side, gets knocked out of bounds.
Pass intercepted by Bertha. Alex Oakey makes the stop.
Oakey makes a stop after the turnover. 6:26.
For the Pet Band. The Pet Band has done a great job all season. Also, students, give yourself a big hand. You've had a great student section all year. Thank you, students, for attending.
Hagerstown takes over. New running back for Hagerstown, Hunter Marshall, freshman. Listed 130 pounds. And the only way that kid's 130 pounds is he's got a couple of weights in his pockets. He'll get his first carry and run the wrong way to start out. That's not exactly how you want to start out a career. You can't see their face from here because the face mask is in the way, but that looked like fear to me. Hunter Marshall, the freshman. Hey, look, I never played football, so he's already a bigger man than I am. So I played soccer, so that tells you where I'm at. Looking to throw Snodgrass. Snodgrass, nobody's looking to be thrown to, and he's going to get sacked. I think we all appreciate him not throwing that away. Keeping that clock running.
Quarterback sack. Quarterback is brought down by...
It's third and, well, a long way. With about 5 minutes to go.
Loss. 6 on the play.
Snodgrass looking to throw. He's got plenty of time. Final throws, finds his man. That is broken up. Intended for Brandon Payne.
Pass incomplete, intended for Payne. Broken up by...
Brings up a fourth and a furlong.
Fourth down at 26.
So 4th and 26, punting unit comes on. 4:51 to go in this one. That punt off the chest of Coy Smith. He'll get brought down 42. So the Interception doesn't hurt Lincoln. That's the first thing that hasn't hurt Lincoln today. I will give credit where credit is due. The spirit for Lincoln is not waned. That is worth mentioning. Under center is Irvin. Handoff is to Matt Fields, who's gotten a lot of work here late against the, to be fair, mostly second unit for Hagerstown, but nonetheless, that's still positive yards. He gains 5 there. Second and about 6 we'll give him. About 4 minutes to go in this one. Pitch here is to Fields, who's been all of the offense for Lincoln. He's going to lose all the 5 he just gained. He's got 21 carries, 60 yards. Third and 10. Fan out in the distance saying, "Come on, defense." It is 39-0. Just want to point that out. And your defense is giving up the nothing. Irvin. And they're stacked up. He'll lose about 3. Brings up a 4th and a lot. 4th and 12 again for Lincoln. It's one of my favorite things to talk about in sports is the not figuring out what's going on the field. The cheerleaders for Lincoln did the seniors, what do you say? We've got a team going all the way. They're down 39-0. Maybe you should have done that in the first quarter. High snap there, and the Lincoln MVP, Darian Bishop, with a nice punt. That'll get down inside the 30.
Nice punt by Darian Bishop. It'll be down at the 7-yard line.
That is, I don't remember where I was at. I want to say I was at Centerville, where the Centerville student sections did the "I believe that we will win" chant late in the fourth quarter when they were up 35. To which I responded, "I believe that you are right." 2:28 to go in this one. And I am clearly in filler mode at this point. New quarterback for Hagerstown, Dominic Anderson. Another freshman. And the elusive the elusive Hunter Marshall made one miss. One person he did not miss was the much larger blue jersey of Lincoln. You realize how small the freshmen are at some schools until they get tackled by big number 70 from Lincoln, Tyler Reiser. A sophomore, goes about 235. It's like he got swallowed up by a star. Minute 50 to go in this one. Screen pass here to somebody who hasn't played all game, I suspect. That's what happens when it's 39-0.
Heimlich.
81 as Braden Heimlich.
Makes the tackle.
Minute 20. Thank you, seniors chant coming on. Senior night here at Lincoln. That's far more appropriate. Good job on that one. Hunter Marshall again. Under a minute for Hagerstown. 4th and a lot. Punting unit coming out. Hunter Marshall now figuring out he's going to have to find out where the weight room is over the summer. 37 seconds to go here.
Swim back to punt for Hagerstown.
Punt is on the way here. High, towering punt. And that'll do it. Final score, 39-0.
And that play concludes our game tonight. Your final score, Hagerstown Tigers 39.
We're going to take a break, come back
Golden Eagles 0.
with our Subway area, Richmond area Subway post-game show. It's TEC Football and Radio Troy Digital Sports.
It's summertime, the kids are home, and traffic on your carpet is pretty heavy. Let Georgia Direct install stain-proof, waterproof carpet that's easy to take care of and gives your home a fresh new look. Georgia Direct has great-looking carpet, colorful tile, beautiful hardwood flooring, and more. And for the kitchen, the Georgia Direct showroom features lots of new cabinets and design ideas. Georgia Direct in Richmond, National Road East, exit 156A, just off I-70, next to Red Lobster. For price, selection, experience, and service, it's Georgia Direct.
Final score here, Hagerstown 39, Lincoln nothing. And with that win, Hagerstown, their first outright TEC championship since 2012. They will go to 7-0 in the conference, 8-1 overall. They will go to North Decatur next week for the sectional, where they are roughly a 20-point favorite if you believe the Sagarin ratings. I don't, but that's what they say. For Lincoln, they will fall to 1-8 overall, 1-6 in the conference. They will travel to I think it's second-ranked Indianapolis Lutheran, where they are roughly a 53-point dog, give or take, based on the Sagarin ratings. Take that for what it's worth. I want to remind you about Richmond area Subway sub of the day. They got a different one every day. They're great. Check them out. 4 area locations in Richmond, 1 in Hagerstown. Subway, eat fresh. Stats for tonight. Jacob Irvin, a whole lot of incompletions. He did complete 3 passes for 24 yards. Matt Fields was their best player tonight. 21 carries, 60 yards. Alex Hokie with 3 carries, 8 yards. Frank Garza with a carry for 0. Jacob Irvin got sacked a lot tonight. Caleb Craig Carseat with a catch for 7 yards. Matt Fields with a catch for 11. Frank Garza with a catch for 6. For Hagerstown, Mason Hicks, 8 carries, 37 yards, a couple of scores. Owen Gallier, he had 5 carries, 78 yards, a couple of scores. On the receiving end, Grant Vincent, 3 catches, 59 yards. Cody Swim, 2 catches, 90 yards. Cameron Pertha, 2 catches, 18 yards. Jalen Oliver, 3 catches, 87 yards, and a score. Branton Payne with a catch for 2 yards. Cameron Rhodes with 2 catches for -1. And our Richmond area Subway's player of the game, Owen Gallier, he had 5 carries, 78 yards, a couple of scores, and he was, and I don't recall very many incompletions. He was 14 of 15 for 253 yards through the air. Another 78 yards on the ground. That is over 300 yards of total offense. He is our player of the game tonight. Scoring from around the area that we know of. We told you about Northeastern leading there. Northeastern appears to be going to 4-3. Union City will then fall to 2-5. Lincoln goes to 1-6. We heard about Union County leading Tri last we heard. We don't know where that's headed. We heard Centerville leading there. So if things hold the way they are, Centerville will go to 6-1. Hagerstown goes to 7-0. Union County will jump over Tri. They were leading Tri last we heard. They'll go to 4-3. Tri will go to 3-4. So the final stands look like this: Hagerstown, Centerville, and then Northeastern and Union County a tie at 4-3. Union County beat Northeastern, so give them third place unofficially. Tri, Union City, Lincoln, and Winchester both finished out at 1-6. Of course, I'm speculating on some of those games. They are not finalized of yet, but I'll be off the air by the time that happens. This is my final football game here on Radio Troy Digital Sports for this year, unless somebody goes deep in the sectional or gets to regionals. So I want to thank all the teams that have hosted me this year. That's Northeastern. Hagerstown's hosted me once. Union County's hosted me once. Lincoln's hosted me here tonight. So I appreciate everybody who hosted me and all the hospitality I've gotten around the area. I will see you in a month or so for basketball season when I do my third season as the voice of the TEC on Radio Troy Digital Sports. And we'll see what life is like at Northeastern after Tyler Smith. So looking forward to that. So for all of us here at Radio Troy Digital Sports, so grateful that you've been listening, and I appreciate your patronage here on my little broadcast and what I try to make sound as professional as possible without making it too professional. So I appreciate it. Thanks to everybody. We will see you in a month or so, 6 weeks, right around Thanksgiving time. That's when the basketball season starts up. We will see you then. So for everybody here, thanks for listening. 39-0. Congratulations to the Hagerstown Tigers, 2017 outright TEC champions. We will see you in about 6 weeks. The TEC football on Radio Troy Digital Sports.